The European Union's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, said Monday that it will discuss launching a major training program for Ukrainian forces in neighboring countries. Speaking at a news conference in the northern Spanish city of Santander, Borrell said the move will be discussed next week at a meeting of the EU defense ministers in Prague. Military equipment and intelligence data provided by the United States and Western Europe have helped Ukrainian forces to slow, but not stall, the advance of Russian forces in eastern Ukraine and along the Black Sea coast. Meanwhile, Ukrainian soldiers fighting in the Mykolaiv region, the front line of fighting in southern Ukraine, have continued to resist attacks by the Russian army while preparing for a possible counteroffensive. After 6 months of fighting, the soldiers say they've been able to keep up their morale. One soldier, speaking with the French news agency AFP, suggested morale is better now than it was when the war began.
The morale is higher than the first days of war, when we've been losing ground, and everybody was expecting the Zbroy to collapse after another day. But then it was higher when everybody expected that the Russian force will collapse the next day, and now it's somewhere in the middle that, okay, we're here for a long time, so we gotta dig in, prepare for the winter.
Meanwhile, the mayor of the Ukrainian city of Nikopol says Russian shelling Monday, just across the rivers from the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant, has wounded 4 people. This most recent shelling came only hours after the latest international pleas to spare the area from attacks to prevent a nuclear disaster. Nikopol Mayor Alexander Sayuk said the city came under fire 3 times overnight from rockets and mortar shells. Lawyers for Kenyan presidential candidate Raila Odinga said they have filed a petition challenging his loss in last week's vote. Speaking to reporters Monday, attorney Dan Manzo said the petition has been filed with the Supreme Court online, and the 77-year-old Odinga is expected to deliver a copy shortly. The deeply divided Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, or IEBC, that oversaw the election, declared Vice President William Ruto the winner of the close August 9th vote. A generally peaceful election turned chaotic in the final minutes before the winner was declared, when the majority of the IEBC commissioners said they could not support the results. The court should be ruling on the Odinga petition within 14 days. If the court orders an annulment, new elections will be held within 60 days. If the court upholds the results, Ruto will become Kenya's 5th president since the African country gained its independence from Britain in 1963. A hand recount of votes in the U.S. Midwestern state of Kansas has confirmed a landslide win for abortion rights earlier this month in the traditionally conservative state. Associated Press correspondent Julie Walker reports.
Fewer than 100 votes changed after the partial recount which anti-abortion activists had demanded. The ballot measure would have removed protections for abortion rights from the Kansas Constitution and given the legislature the right to further restrict or ban abortion. It failed by 165,000 votes statewide. This was the first state referendum on abortion since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. However, one of the backers of the recount is not accepting the outcome and says they'll file a lawsuit seeking a full statewide recount. I'm Julie Walker.
A local convent in Nigeria's oil-producing southeastern Imo state reported Monday 4 Catholic nuns were abducted on a highway as they made their way to church to attend Mass. The Sisters of Jesus the Savior said in a statement that the nuns were captured on Sunday in the Okigwe-Umulolo area. The statement called for intense prayer for the nuns' quick and safe release. Armed gangs have been kidnapping people, including priests, for ransom from villages on highways, mainly in the northwest, and the practice has spread to other parts of the country, increasing insecurity in Africa's most populous nation. In the country's northwest, Nigeria's military has started an air offensive to eliminate the armed groups responsible for terrorizing villages and towns in the region. Repeating this hour's top story, the European Union's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, said Monday it will begin discussing launching a major training program for Ukrainian forces in 3 neighboring countries.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.